So, I went to this plenary session. It was a requirement for my min-trauma subject to attend some of these things, and judging by my previous plenary session, I really thought I was gonna sleep through the whole thing, but color me surprised, I was actually captivated for this one. Turns out they were introducing future courses that I can apply here in Benilde, and they invited 7 speakers to discuss some of these courses, and not only that, but also discuss their experiences in said courses. First off was Sir Volt. He is a professional in 3D graphics, started freelancing in 2010, and he's been going at it ever since. He showcased some of his works, mostly architectural, but he did say he did some photo shoots, he did the compositioning for the backgrounds and stuff, and also did assets for some video games, and I thought it was pretty cool. And the major thing that I've learned from Sir Volt is that if you are interested in 3D whatsoever and actually want to get your hands dirty, invest on a desktop, because there's no way you're surviving with just a crappy laptop. Next was Sir Yo. He is a professional in motion graphics, 3D as well, and of course illustration. And the best thing about Sir Yo is that he did all of this in his freaking VR headset, which is so freaking cool. And I remember him saying that before he did all of this, he did not know how to draw whatsoever, which is very hard to believe. And of course, he did give us some insights on the 3D and the illustration process in VR. And the one thing that I've learned from Sir Yo is that he said, forgive yourself to not be the best at everything. And I think that's very heartwarming, and I think I'm gonna apply that to my life in general. Next was Sir Lian. He is a professional in film, photography, and as well as design. And by far the coolest because he has like prior connections with different celebrities. He started off with being a cameraman for various supermodels, but then he became more well known in the industry and got the opportunity to make a one-piece ad with Sir Juniboy, which is so freaking cool! And of course, the main thing that I've learned from Sir Lian is that to never stop learning from other people and to never burn bridges because you're gonna learn a lot from them. And next was Sir Paul Reyes. He is also a professional in photography, specifically food photography. And the lesson that I've learned from Sir Paul is that it's cool to be a food photographer because you get the opportunity to actually eat the things that you shoot. And I think that's actually very cool. And speaking of, I am very hungry. Next was Sir Jag Garcia, and he didn't say anything on what he specializes at. I think he's just a speaker, but he did give us insight on what makes Media Filipino, and what makes Media Filipino are of course the values, and the values is what you embody and what makes you, you. Next was Sir Yan Gallegos. He is one of the advisors here in Benilde in the MMA track, and he is a professional in illustration. And from what I have heard, he is actually a member of Inc., Ilustrador ng Kabataan, which makes comics for kids. I have learned a lot from Sir Yan, but I'll only mention one lesson that he had discussed in the plenary session, and that is for business, and that is, always negotiate. Never always say yes. Always look for common ground, and to look for a deal that is beneficiary for both parties. And lastly was Sir Pepe Manican. He is a professional in audio and sound, and he didn't really show much, but he did show some categories in the course itself, and one of those categories is voice acting, which is something that I am actually passionate about. And lessons that I have learned from Sir Pepe is that audio is as important as other medias, because without sound, there's not much meaning in the things that you see. That is all. Bye!